I'm joined today with Robbie Tullock, who is not only our EHC-TV director, but he is a man of so many talents. He's a senior mass communications major and was just recently honored with the Senior of the Year award for the mass comm department. Thank you so much for coming on today, Robbie.
Thanks for having me.
For coming out from behind the cameras, finally in front of the camera. All right, so Robbie, people tell me you have a million different talents, and I've seen some of them, but what are your many talents?
Well, it all depends on your definition of a talent, I suppose. I am a ventriloquist and a puppeteer for many years. I also play the piano. I do a lot of video work. That's sort of what I'm doing right now. And got some technical skills. One thing I can't do is I don't sing. I'm a dreadful singer. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We won't have him sing on camera if it's that bad. It might break something. But we'll go through some of those. Now, you said you're a ventriloquist and a puppeteer. Now, when did this start, and where did it come from? Because not many people think of, you know, when they're growing up, I kind of want to be a ventriloquist.
True, and it's I can honestly tell you I have no clue why I started doing puppets. I know I started doing it around when I was 6 years old. I performed for my family behind the couch. First time I did it at church, the altar up there, we threw a sheet over the altar and I was behind the altar doing that. And so 6 years old, I've been doing puppets forever, and about, I got to a point around 8th grade where I was like, you know, what else can I do with these puppets? Because I sort of ran out. And then I found some ventriloquism, and I bought some videos and some books at the library, and I started doing ventriloquism since about 2003, and I've been doing ventriloquism ever since.
Well, that's amazing. And so what are some of the things that you do now? Because you're obviously a student in college and you can't devote all of your time to it. But what are some of the things that you do now with the puppets and the ventriloquism?
Well, that is one thing that coming to college I wasn't able to devote quite as much time to performing and sort of practicing. But I still do some church events, and during the summer I've done several camps, you know, large gatherings of children. Always like puppets, but you'd be surprised. The adults always come up afterwards like, oh, it was so great, it's so wonderful. The kids loved it, but in their minds they're saying, I loved it, thank you for coming.
Adults love puppets. But
they do love puppets. So I do a lot of church events, but I've also done some community organizations. Several years I did a stint at an Alzheimer's walk in my home county. So just any place that needs entertainment, I can show up for that.
Well, that's awesome. All right, and so you're also a piano player. How long have you been playing the piano?
Been playing the piano about as long as I've been doing puppets. Actually, my grandmother actually was my teacher, so my dad's mother. So I started with her, and I played piano. I've played piano ever since. I'm no longer taking classical lessons, but I'm sort of doing my own thing, and it's really more of a hobby now, just something I can do sort of to unwind sometimes.
Well, that's great. I kind of want to hear you play. I haven't heard him play yet. And also, you are an outstanding video work, and I know you have technical skills as far as that goes, and you've done internships in that field. So what kind of got you into that? Because I know you pretty much came into school knowing you wanted to do video work. So what kind of started you off in that field, and the producing and the directing and everything?
Interestingly, I started doing video in the 6th grade. The school got a grant to sort of start this closed-circuit TV station for the elementary school, and so in that they taught us how to edit video. We had a really cheap editing software. And we went around the kindergarten and the 1st grade, see what they were doing. We'd shoot what they were doing and sort of make these packages. Looking back now, I realize, you know, we do so much better stuff now. But back then, it was the greatest thing ever. And so in the 8th grade, I became the director and sort of the station manager, I guess, of that TV show. And we really were able to do some really creative work. We did our own episode of Survivor, and we shot little TV show segments. It was a really great creative time in my life, and from then on, I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Definitely.